Bulls are looking to defeat their Eastern Conference rival going into this one. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Tip-off goes to Milwaukee. Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. Middleton with it. Butler covering. Carter Williams, the pass to Parker. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That is his first foul of the game.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
Gasol against Parker. To the middle. Monroe. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Monroe's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Bucks. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So for Chicago right now, at small and power forward, it's Dunleavy and Gasol. Rose is the one with Butler as the two. And it's Noah in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team in the way they approach the game.
And Butler gets it to go.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Middleton with it. Butler covering. Gasol with the rebound.
And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Floats one up. And that one's good. Carter Williams has got his first basket.
Even though there's a height disadvantage, he's still able to go up and over his man.
Well, he's fearless. I mean, there's nothing that concerns him. No matter what the matchup is, he's a guy that doesn't back down. He's beyond being intimidated.
And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Monroe kicks to Carter Williams. And poor shot selection there, not a high percentage look for him. And it's Rose penetrating. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Monroe dishes to Carter Williams. It's stolen by Rose. And oh, here we go. Dunleavy's got it, the fast break chance.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bucks.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
The Bulls shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
The pass to Bayless. Far left side. Gibson with the steal. He lobs it up. And he lays in the alley-oop.
Nice silky finish on the alley-oop.
That sequence, I don't think Clark could have been executed any better.
Stupendous feed.
And that's the beauty of the game right there. I hope we get the opportunity to see a few more of those.
Here's Brooks. Shoots from the elbow. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1.
And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once and it had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his teams.
Chicago with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Milwaukee, no good that time either. Chicago leading by 4. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Inside. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Dunleavy. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Vasquez, that's good. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Brooks right side. Banked in off the glass.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Bulls lead by 4. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Butler teams with Dunleavy on the perimeter. And it's Rose in at the 1.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Mayo, the pass to Carter Williams. And they're running. And it's Butler with the jam.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
Mayo kicks to Carter Williams. In transition, here come the Bulls. And slam dunk by Butler.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
The Bucks making a switch here. Parker's checked in.
And I think everyone knew the Bucks would be much improved last season, but to see the jump into the middle of the playoff picture, I think that took everybody by surprise.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Middleton for 3. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Middleton's got 5 points now this quarter. For the Bucks, their improvement, usually you see incremental progress. Even after losing key players, Clark, they shot up the standings.
And part of that, Kevin, was just growing as a team, coming together, and also improving the roster. Another part was that they were better than their record showed 2 years ago. Player development is part of the improvement.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in his game. I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there.
Bulls making a switch here. Mirotic is checked in. The high post shot. Rose with another miss.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Mirotic's shot is off.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Good.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap. Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for them.
Bucks trail by 6. For 3, Middleton. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Gasol's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And it's Butler missing.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And he overshot that one, missing.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Rose goes in. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's going to be on Michael Carter-Williams. Bulls shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And injuries, once again, were a central theme of the Bulls' season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. John Henson's checked in for Jabari Parker. Mayo comes in for Antetokounmpo. Vasquez, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Carter Williams. Rose dishes to Butler. A second chance effort. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Monroe. And for the Bulls and injuries, a lot of teams plan for these type of things. There's only so much Clark you can do to mitigate losing your starting backcourt.
But I tell you, great respect and admiration for the Bulls for how they fought through the difficulty. I mean, their front court did what they could. The injuries, once again, I thought turned the Bulls from championship contenders to just a playoff team. Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Here's Rose. Gets in and hoping this is the start of a new trend. 2 for 8 now from the field.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Bayless. And it's Rose penetrating, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. And it's Monroe in at the pivot, manning the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Parker's shot is off.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Mike Dunleavy. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Butler. And it's Brooks in for Rose. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. That's good. The Bulls leading by 6. Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
And it's blocked. And it goes out of bounds. And last touch by Carter Williams. Milwaukee on D. 8-point game. Here's Heinrich. That one rolling around and rims out.
Well, as you said, guys, I mean, the Bucks struggled early in their series against the Bulls. They got the momentum and forced a game 6, but then were blown out at home to end the series. Ended up losing by 54. That's right, 54. Wow.
And stolen by Mirotic.
That's 2 unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
And one thing you can't do is string together those kinds of possessions. It can snowball in a hurry.
That's good.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference. And as you said, the Bucks lost on their home floor. One thing about that series is the Bucks introduced their new logo. They gave away free playoff tickets to anyone that turned in their old red gear. Not a bad deal in my books.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Henson checked in for Monroe. Mayo comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Vasquez, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Carter Williams.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And that one's good. And now a 12-point Bulls lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
It's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
Pau Gasol is checked in for Chicago. Butler comes in for Kirk Heinrich. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That's his first foul.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Three-pointer, Butler. They get it again. Here's Mirotic. Bangs home the trifecta. Mirotic has got 5 points in the quarter.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. but that's how you win games.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Gibson. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Aaron Brooks.
In for your Bucks.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Monroe's checked in for John Henson. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for O.J. Mayo. Chris Middleton's checked in for Vasquez. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Jared Bayless.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Bulls have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts. And so Mirotic nails both of them. Here's Carter-Williams. Some solid defense from Butler.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans. He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half, still bageled in the second.
Just 3 on the clock. Oh, and he can't cap off the break. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Bulls as they end the third quarter with an energy burst, a 19-7 run. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Mirotic out there with Tony Snell. Then it's Brooks. Then there's Heinrich. And it's Gibson in at the 5.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possession and have taken advantage of it. And that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
John Henson's checked in for Jabari Parker. Carter-Williams, the pass to Monroe. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it, the fast break chance. Here's Monroe. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Here's Brooks. Brooks can't get that one to fall.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Snell, defended by Middleton. Snell, no good. Bucks trail by 17. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Middleton for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Gibson's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's stolen by Carter-Williams. Middleton for 3. And a great assist by Carter-Williams as that one goes in. Carter-Williams has got 6 assists in the game. Snell kicks to Brooks. Offensive rebound. Gibson. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Bulls lead by 16.
And that put back about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Henson dishes to Middleton. Henson the pass to Monroe. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups form in that series, but they were able to prevail.
O.J. Mayo is checked in for the Bucks. Rose, that's good.
Controlling the defensive glass has been a problem here tonight.
Big difference in second chance points, and that makes it tough.
And the powerful one-handed slam. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays
Man,
up.
you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly, eventually pulled it together, and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs.
And Monroe kicks to Mayo. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. That's on O.J. Mayo.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs.
And the Bucks making a change here. Parker's checked in. Pass to Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Dunleavy. Here's Butler. And that one is stuffed right through.
With just no left.
Hey, boy up, on the land, till I die, till I die, on the east side till I die, till I die.